Any day is a good day for football. Hi, folks. I'm Garrett Fertig. Welcome to Maximum Sports. I'm joined in the booth by Dan Walks for color commentary.
Oh, thank you, Garrett. You know, I feel privileged to be here today. It's going to be a great game.
For our first standout athlete this evening.
Oh, yeah, I've been hearing about him all week. I am happy to see him finally play.
And now introducing another standout.
He's definitely an
Time to flip a coin and choose possession.
The away team wins the toss.
And here we go. Excellent kick.
He put some power into that one. That juke should be an award-winning juke. He's at the 50.
And he steps out of bounds.
By number 5.
Timeout.
Called by the defense.
Red, set.
He looks for the perfect time to throw. Throwing.
You got to throw that better. Help out your receiver.
Second down now. They line up.
Second down.
He's taking a moment to scan the defense. He hands it off.
7.
They wrap him up.
On the run. Number 27. Tackled by number 59.
They got to convert it here. It's a third down.
Third down.
Get in position. Go. Cover.
Nope, no dice.
They're going for it. Checking the coverage. Timeout.
Called by the defense.
Okay,
Fourth down.
so the offense decides to go for it on fourth down.
Check the linebacker.
He throws.
Good job knocking down that
With the
pass.
pass
The offense
deflection on
fails
the
to
play.
convert. It's a turnover on downs. He hands it off. With success on the play, they've earned themselves another first down.
Number 20. With the tackle.
So, first down.
First down.
Added muscle on the defensive line for this play. Looking for a man.
Buddy, you need to progress, not regress. Forward movement.
Ready for a second down.
Second down.
Takes the snap. Looks like a handoff.
That'll require an ice bath for sure. Shoot!
Tackle made by number 44 on the defense.
It's third down.
Quarter is winding down. 1 minute left.
Third down.
All right, let's go get one.
Pass time. Hunting for an opening. He throws.
Interception.
Yep, they get the turnover.
Pick. Turnover on the INT. Looks like a handoff.
8
Caught
yards gained
and
on the run
dropped.
by number 27. Number 36 with the tackle.
It's second down and a little bit to go.
Second down.
Get ready.
Handoff on the play.
Watch the blitz. Watch the blitz. Cover, cover.
He's on the move.
Oh,
With an
Tackle
explosive
made by
run,
number
he secures a
35
first
on the
down.
defense.
Well, I think someone called the timeout.
yeah, but did you see anyone signal a timeout?
Well, apparently someone did. Oh, yep, coach did.
That's right, Garrett. He was blocked by the line crew.
Mystery solved.
As good as time as any to make sure everyone's on the same page.
First down now.
First down.
Checking the coverage.
1494. Push him back. Cover, cover.
Good play on the ball there.
He slings it downfield, and the receiver pulls it in for a first down. Spectacular
Number
effort.
92 with the tackle.
And that's the end
End
of the
first
quarter. A new set of downs now.
First down.
Hands off to the runner. That was a crushing
6
hit.
yards gained on the run. Number 29 with the tackle.
We're now at second down.
Second down. 3
Stop
yards
quickly.
gained on the run. Stopped short by number 50.
Third down and manageable.
Third
This
down.
half is winding down quickly. 2 minutes left.
Third down.
Snapping the ball.
Check the linebacker. Cover, cover.
And he throws. The receiver secures the ball. Touchdown! Wow. He threaded the needle on that play. Good throw.
Let's go, baby.
Going for 2.
He burst through that line like it was made
By
of
number
tissue paper.
37 on
Sack.
the defense.
And he goes down.
Nope, not good. Nor graceful.
They wanted 2 points, but they won't get them. Stopped short. So, after that score, they will kick it off. Here we go. He nailed that one, returning the kick.
Number
The defender read that play and
with
made
the
a
tackle.
solid tackle.
Number
Guys, we want
21
positive,
with a
not
1
negative.
yard loss on the
Blocking
run.
needs improvement.
That will bring us to second down. Stopped short by number 37.
second down.
Second down.
They have 4 on the defensive line. He gets the snap, looking for a man.
Guys, we want positive, not negative. Blocking needs improvement.
The quarterback is sacked. A huge play by the defense.
Oh, boy, make better decisions, guys.
Third down, and looking at some real estate in front of them.
Third down.
All right, let's go get one.
Here's the snap.
That defensive line is straight up scary.
Yard loss on the run. Tackle made by number 58 on the defense.
Okay. They're putting 3 on the line to counter this offense.
Hold your gap. Hold your gap. Watch your
A thunderous hit. Turnover on downs.
Yep, they get the turnover. He read the QB's eyes like a book.
They call a timeout. They're putting 3 on the line to counter this offense.
Cover.
He needs better timing, I think. Stick to those routes.
Second down now. They line up.
Second down.
Looking to hold with 4 on the defensive line. Hand off on the play.
Cover that guy.
The quarterback is sacked.
With the sack on the
A
play.
huge play by the defense.
Uh-oh. Coach Letcher coming. Yeah, he definitely wanted more on that one. Look at that frustration.
Third down.
Third down.
Defense puts 3 up front. The quarterback throws the ball. He throws it to Neptune. Caught it.
Oh, I wish we had gloves back in my day.
First down.
The quarterback's arm is on fire. He hit the receiver in stride for a first down. That's the end of the half.
What an interesting game so far. Time for a break.
0, away team 6.
Here we go, about to kick off to start the second half. Yes, sir, he's got a leg. That's a return.
Oh, wow. What a hit.
Get down. Set.
And he's stopped.
Gained on the run by number 25. Number 25, tackled by number 44.
It's second down.
Second down.
Here we go.
Looks like a handoff. He breaks a tackle. They secured the first down. Forward progress confirmed.
Number 37 with the tackle.
So, first down.
First down.
Looking to hold with 4 on the defensive line. Hands off to the runner.
6.
Caught and dropped.
By number 25. Tackle made by
Lining up
number
for a second
22
down now.
on the defense. Second down.
Hikes the ball. He hands it off. Touchdown! What a nice run to get 6. They line up now for the point after. The kick is up. And it is good! So, after that score, they will kick it off. Here we go. Get ready. One of the most exciting plays of the game. Onside kick coming.
Penalty on the play.
Handoff on the play. He tries to make the defender miss. What a run!
What a play! These players on the field are making the impossible look routine.
An exciting run. He found his way through the defense for a first down.
Well, last minute or so of this quarter.
They're knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Yes, here we go.
Wow! Good run for a touchdown. He broke the plane. Looking for a 2-point conversion. He gets the snap. They opted for 2 and failed to convert. They lost a bit of yardage there.
Loss of yards in the run.
After that score, we are set to kick off. He kicked that ball so hard, he might get some charges. Returning the kick.
Defense was ready for that.
Number 24.
He's checking the defense. Watching the offense today, you can't help but admire their relentless drive to open up the field. They're not just blockers, they're... Second down now, they line up.
Second down.
Here we go.
Throws. Not quite on target.
Number 44 on the defense. Incomplete pass.
They'd like to convert here on a 3rd down.
Third down.
He's checking the defense. And he throws. A good reception there.
Yep, that's why they wear gloves. Remember the old days, they actually had to catch a football, but that's why they wear gloves. That was an amazing play. This team is fun to watch, which I'm happy about.
That's true. With that effort, they punch their ticket to a new set of downs. 4th quarter coming up. They line up for a new set of downs.
First down.
Throws downfield.
Coach needs to let you that line, or this will keep happening.
Number 58 with the tackle.
Second down.
Second down.
They have 4 on the defensive line. Throws the ball. Great catch. He steps out after the completed catch. It's 3rd down.
We have about 2 minutes left until this one's in the books.
Added muscle on the defensive line for this play.
Third down.
They're putting 3 on the line to counter this offense. He gets the snap. Looking, throwing, good reception.
This guy's got the timing right down pat.
Number 90, tackled by number 22.
They're going for it, checking the coverage. He decides to get out of there. They went for it on 4th down, and they succeeded.
Number 91 with the tackle.
1st down now.
First down.
963.
Snapping the ball.
Watch your stop.
That'll get him over.
Yards gained
They
on the
wrap
run
him
by
up.
number 25. Tackle made by number 24 on the defense.
Lining up for a 2nd down now.
2nd down.
Blue 52.
Handoff. The defensive line has been a nightmare for the offense all game long. Their ability to break through the offensive line and create chaos in the backfield is exceptional.
Absolutely. They're
It's
not
3rd down.
3rd down.
And down goes the QB. That's a sack lunch right there. He needs better protection.
He's sacked.
That won't work.
They're
down.
going for it.
Here we go.
He feels the defensive pressure. The quarterback is set. A huge play by the defense.
Nope, not good. Nor
Called by the
graceful.
defense.
The offense fails to convert. It's a turnover on downs. Their robust physical training facility is key to this team's success.
Absolutely. And with the way they've been playing, it looks like they're lifting more than just weights.
I mean, you're right. The result on the Thank you for joining us on Maximum Sports today. We're moving forward in our presentation now. It's time for the coin toss. Here comes the kick. That ball is placed well.
He put some power into that one.
Signals the fair catch.
Guys, we want positive, not negative. Blocking needs improvement.
That will bring us to second down.
Ready for a second down.
Second down.
What a massive hit.
Number 15. That's one catch for him today.
It's third down.
Third down.
Here's the snap. The quarterback throws the ball.
Incomplete pass.
Oh, got to fix that timing.
Fourth down.
They're preparing to punt, hoping to pin them deep. The punt is away. He decides to return the punt. You can't derail that train. The defender read that play and made a solid tackle. Eyes sharp. The quarterback is scanning the defensive setup. Looking to hold with 4 on the defensive line. Takes the snap. Stop. They're ready for a second down.
Second down.
Huge
defensive play. Tackled for a loss.
Oh, Coach Lecture.
Third down.
He scans the defense. Searching.
Hey, you got to get those.
QB number 5. Fourth down.
Okay. So the offense decides to go for it on 4th down. He gets the snap. The receiver secures the ball.
Hauls it in.
Juked. He breaks a tackle.
Number
Touchdown.
11 with the touchdown
What a good
catch.
throw. Read the receiver's route perfectly. Looking for a 2-point conversion. He gets the snap. They opted for 2 and failed to convert. The defender breaks through and tackles him behind the line.
I bet he wishes he had that one back.
After that score, we are set to kick off. Yep, he's got a leg. That's headed to the end zone. That'll be a fair catch.
Green for 6.
Throws the ball. Oh! He slings it downfield, and the receiver pulls it in for a first down. Spectacular effort.
22 on the defense.
The quarter is almost over.
First down now.
First down.
Ready, set.
Handoff on the play.
Defense was
yards
ready for
gained
that
on the run by number 40. Stopped short by number 38.
We're now at second down.
Second down.
Added muscle on the defensive line for this play.
He moves forward,
Yards gained on the
but
run.
only a little bit.
Stopped short by number 22.
They'd like to convert here on third down.
Well, time.
14.
Yep, he made the defender miss on that one.
With sheer determination, he powers through to a first down. What a remarkable effort. Okay, getting ready for a first down.
It's about time.
Hikes the ball. Has time. Hunting for an opening. Caught, and he goes out of bounds.
41. That's one catch for him today.
And that's the end of the quarter.
End of the first quarter. The
Second
score
down
is
now. They
second
line
down.
up.
Ready? Cover.
The defense is giving him no time to breathe. The ball is loose.
Recovered by number 92 on the defensive team.